Kazi again, another video. This time I'm gonna go over, recently I went into the summit on level floors 99 and 100. This is with my alt character. It's a low watch level character. So we're on the first part of floor 99. I have a skill build with EMP, Vial, Jammer Vial, so I'm doing AoE damage. And I also have Seeker Mines. Join the group on like level 91, and then I'm just showing you levels 99 and 100. In case you haven't ever been to the top of the summit, 99 is the last kind of normal level. As you know, in the summit, it's always like two levels, or two parts of it, I guess. It's first one floor, and then you're clearing the second part of the floor. So really you're doing kind of like two floors for every one. So this is the first half. And at the like floor 39 and 40 and 59 and 60, at those level floors you meet a fire team and then a lieutenant that you're fighting. Oh, don't have seekers here. I have, as you can see, traps. Again, being a lower level score, watch score, I try to add some value to the group by doing crowd control. I'm not going to be able to do a lot of damage. My watch score isn't high enough, so I don't have a lot of bonus. You know, as your watch progresses, you get 10% bonus in almost all your attributes. Furthermore, my expertise is still kind of low. I think I'm level 4 expertise at this point, and I haven't really started upgrading things. So if you're going to upgrade expertise and you have one character, I'd upgrade your skills, you know, like if you have a turret, because you can use those skills on every character on your account. So that expertise carries over, so it makes it easier leveling into other characters. On this account, I don't have that yet. On my main account, I have that, but all my tunes were level 40, whatever. I think I'm using capacitor as my main weapon. I go back and forth between test subject and capacitor. I think on this account I didn't have test subject yet. I don't have a Scorpio. If I had a Scorpio, I'd be using that for the status effects. On one of these builds also, I don't think it's this one, I have a video. I've started experimenting with ongoing directive where you put bleeds and you can give the group bleeds. And with a status build with Vial, that kind of does even more kind of damage over time effects. Sorry about the dog. I think in one of my videos I was actually fighting a black tusk dog and the dog went crazy, so the joys of having a dog. Alright, so for those of you that have not been to floor 100, you're going to see it consists of two parts. Just gathering the loot here. Another thing about the Summit, which is kind of good, you can, if you hit the M button and pull up while you're in Summit, you pull up M and then you hit H on a PC, you can select what kind of loot you're going to get. So if you're looking for a certain brand, or, you know, for exotics, it's good. If you're building expertise, if you do an exotic and just get exotics, and when you break down the exotics, it always gives you additional materials for each exotic you break down. So that's a good way to get your, you know, your steel, your aluminum, or I don't even know what the other ones, the other items you need. So the elevator takes you up into like the penthouse area. See, we're on heroic here. We have a couple directives. So you start in this little room. I think the first time I ever did the Summit, we just stayed in this room and fought in this room. And as people obviously have better builds, they go out. Again, I'm still small, so I'm gonna kind of stay in the back and just try to use the traps as kind of forming a boundary. But eventually people are gonna come out over there to the left. The spawn's over there, so eventually I'm gonna make my way over there. If I was bigger, if I had more armor and I could get there and back, I don't want to be a burden to the group and just die for no reason. I'd go over there and throw the traps in front of that door, so we kind of rotate and shift over to the spawn point. We have a guy with a mortar, and the mortar is just obviously OP. It's great having that in there. Again, I have the EMP when you're doing a heroic, or even if you're doing legendaries, when you're facing the dogs or the drones. The EMP is just great to have because it just knocks them out. On my main, I have it up to I think 17 or 19%, so it expands the area. So now I'm going to throw the traps over here. And there's a dog, and I'll shut it down here real quick. In general, when you're in groups, I think it's really good policy to res people as fast as possible. What it does, even if you're burning down a boss or what have you, it's always good to have the max amount of firepower, the max amount of defense of everyone in the group. So it makes sense to try to get them as fast as possible. And I think sometimes you can tell what kind of group you're in, or people don't pick you up right away. You know, it just says something about your group. I don't know what it says, but it says something. Okay, one reason I go to the traps, or someone in your group should go to traps, just like someone on Roosevelt Island should have a decoy for those two helo clone or copters that come out there. The traps will survive the jamming of your skills that the rogues are going to do. So we have 4 members in our group. We're heroic. We're on floor 100. We're going to fight from here. There's not a lot of cover in here. Again, when I first played in here, we stayed in the back, and the rogues just ate us up. Eventually, you have to have, again, enough firepower, which you hear in all these videos I talk about. You have to put enough pressure on them to keep them out of there. Those traps will survive them EMPing your skills. They shut down your skills. I also try to get a jammer off. So if you start a skill while they're jamming it, it'll let you finish it. I can't reach him yet. You'll see I get lit up here by some fire here. So when my roll here, I'm going to constantly look at the traps and put out a fresh set of traps. And there's the first rogue. See, we're not putting a lot of pressure on them, so they're going to come right in. So I don't know if this is the AI, but we're going to smoke that guy. You don't want to throw the traps too far out. You want to have the rogues come far enough in. I can't reach him right here with my EMP. We'll probably get one more rogue, and then it's going to take them a while to come in because they get skittish, I guess, or the AI is like, don't run in there. So at this point, the group does really great in that we have a lot of people that still put damage on the rogues, even from the room. So it takes a long time to get them to come engage us, but those guys are constantly, you can see I just pulsared, blew up all their skills. Okay, so now it's going to take a while for them to go do it. I'm probably going to speed this up.
System back online. Agent charge compromised. System disrupted. System reactivated. detected. System restored.
So you can see at this point, we've got a third one to come up. I'm going to probably have fast forward. Now we have 2 left, I think, after we get that guy. They go out the door and get that guy. There's my dog again. Oh, as soon as we get the last guy, I'm running. So when there's one, if 4 of you can't beat one rogue, then we got bigger issues. So we lay it on them at this point.
Hostile Firefly detected. System back online. System restored.
Again, I hope you liked the video. Appreciate you watching. Please hit me up if you like the videos or subscribe or whatever. Thank you.